and the county's warning system just as a tornado warning was being issued. On your side, investigator Stephanie Skurlock is live to tell us what happened. Steph?
Well, Tim, you know, a lot of people have come to depend on sirens during a tornado warning, but last night, those sirens were silent. The damage to this two-story home on Whitney is devastating. It takes a tree trimmer suspended in mid-air by a crane to lasso one of the huge limbs so he can begin removing it. It fell around 11 o'clock last night.
I just heard all that wind and everything hitting the window, and I jumped up and looked out the window, and you couldn't see nothing.
Daylight revealed the true destruction just a few feet away. A tree some 90 feet tall crushed the house next door.
The siren wasn't on. The siren came on about 10 minutes after it was over.
No one heard sirens before the tornado warning. They malfunctioned countywide.
Last night, the tower out at Mullen Station was hit by lightning.
At least 6 of the county's 141 sirens were destroyed. A number are now only partially working, but the Office of Emergency Preparedness doesn't want the public to depend totally on them.
These are outdoor warning sirens. They come from a generation of civil defense where, you know, the air raid idea. So it's in a sense, it's an older technology.
Nation says sirens are intended to warn those outdoors, not inside homes. Newer technology owned by television stations like News Channel 3 and weather radios are by far your best defense.
If you hear it on the radio, if you hear it on the television, if your weather radio, the AlertFM, signals you, that's direct information. I mean, it's almost real time.
Now, that lightning strike also took out the communication system for the Shelby County Sheriff's Office and the Shelby County Fire Department. They were put back online via generator. And speaking of generators, tonight generators are being used to power fire stations at Hickory Hill, Whitehaven, and downtown. Meanwhile, the police precinct on Old Allen Road, it also sustained quite a bit of damage from last night's storm. All of this as the city was still cleaning up from last week's storm. Stephanie Skurlock, WRAG News Channel 3, live downtown Memphis.
And thousands of people were put in the dark from last night's storms, and at this hour, nearly 30,000 people are still without power. MLGW crews are working 24-hour shifts to get everyone's power back, but it could be Sunday before all customers get the lights back on. At one point, there were 64,000 people without power. Now, when the storms rolled through one Fraser neighborhood last night, several large trees came crashing down. Houses on 3 different streets were damaged when trees toppled over or split in half. At least one man had to be rescued after a tree fell on his home on Overton Crossing. WRAG's Melissa